Now, prosecutors haven't publicly confirmed a motive, but the timing and the allegations in this affidavit, they have fueled tons of speculation. And this is where a lot of people who have been following this case started asking questions. Because as of now, at least based on the information released to the public, the baby still has never been found. So for people watching from the outside, it's understandably confusing to hear about charges that say that the baby died, while also hearing that the baby hasn't been found. And look, it's possible that the investigators do have information that the public hasn't been told yet. Absolutely. I mean, maybe they have located the baby and they just aren't announcing that detail. Maybe there are medical or forensic findings that allow prosecutors to say with confidence that the baby did not survive. But we just don't know right now because that evidence has not been made public. But assuming that that may be the case, we also know that prosecutors definitely don't file charges like these lightly. Not at all. I mean, if they are alleging that this baby died, it's because they believe that they can prove that legally and medically, even if the public hasn't seen those details yet.
Think about this unborn baby, because the affidavits get into that too, right? What happened to this unborn baby who still hasn't been found? What do the affidavits reveal that we didn't know before?
So one thing that Courtney and Brad both have in common is they say that the baby is inside a blue cooler that was placed inside a trash bag. Now, who placed the baby in the cooler? Courtney says Brad, Brad says Courtney. Then in the trash bag, and then the baby was taken to a dumpster down the road at a house just north of them. And so I'm hoping that authorities are going to try to trace that to a landfill where the baby might be. Who put the baby in the cooler? That's a good question. They both say each other. And the most shocking part of this is Courtney took that baby home, even though the baby had already passed away, and took it to her bedroom and tried CPR for an additional 15 minutes before they decided to discard of the baby boy.
Oh my gosh. And I'll say, look, recovering the baby is not only important from a human point of view and an emotional point of view and a justice point of view, but from a forensic point of view, can obviously say a lot.
And I also just want to make a quick mention. We know that people were out there searching for Rebecca for weeks before she was ultimately found, right? I have seen some speculation out there that the area in which Rebecca was found had already been searched, and then she wasn't there, and then later was found there. So there's been rumor that her biological mother and her husband essentially moved her body after or during the search. That has not been confirmed anywhere. And actually, according to documents and police records, they say that the area in which Rebecca was found had never been searched. So I just want to say, as of now, that detail has not been verified, I should say. And it's just another rumor out there. Now, during the arraignment, the prosecutor did not sugarcoat anything. She even described the alleged actions as, quote, evil personified. And honestly, that was the only phrase that even came close. And she laid out a version of events that was intentional, prolonged, and absolutely brutal. Because when prosecutors finally described the attack on Rebecca, the court heard the truth, the very dark truth, that Rebecca was actually kept alive during the entire thing, that her unborn child was removed from her body while she was still conscious.
I hate to repeat it, but to create a record in this case as well, I think no bond or being held without bond is appropriate. Again, this is a case of premeditated torture and murder. These two individuals created a plan, conducted research. Ms. Bartholomew brought Rebecca to their home. They forced her into another vehicle and took her into the woods, where they stabbed her, forced her to lie on the ground while they cut her baby out, and ultimately caused her death and the death of the baby. They then left Rebecca in the woods. This is, frankly, evil personified, and I would ask the court to hold her without bond.
Now, if those allegations hold up, And if that is really what went down in this case, we're talking about one of the most disturbing crimes that Michigan prosecutors have brought forward in years. And because of that, because of the sheer severity of what they say happened, the judge obviously didn't hesitate. I mean, no bond for either one of them, not for Courtney and not for Brad. They were ordered to remain in custody, and that's exactly where they have been as this case moves forward.